Welcome to Visions of Our People, where we feature brothers and sisters who have followed their vision to build businesses, institutions, or services that serve, profit, and uplift our community. Listen as we share the ideas, experiences, and skills that help to shape their unique stories of commitment, perseverance, and triumph. Be inspired and catch your vision on Visions of Our People.
You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised.
Black people want to control black communities. Now that ought not be so strange and hard to understand for white people. They control their communities. Nobody figures that it's a weird proposition in Dearborn, that Dearborn wants to keep Dearborn clean. Let's keep us out. Nobody is very much disturbed by Grosse Point system to keep us out. Now, why is it so strange when we say we want to control our community? And I don't mean some little, lackey that Kavanaugh points to do what he wants done. I'm talking about we, all of us, everywhere, all of us, we want to control our community. And he's going to have to accept it. If he doesn't know now, he'll know maybe next year. But he's going to have to accept it, and he can make the process of his learning as expensive as he wants to make it. Because we react to the reality of what he does. We are going to control our community. The things which must be done. Now, they say this has all got to be rebuilt. That's true. But we want to rebuild it. We want to rebuild it. Now, we got the Black Star Co-op. We're going to file all the necessary papers to do all the rebuilding that this community needs. And they're going to deny every last one of them. But we're going to build some of it anyway because we're going to build it with our own nickels and dimes. But that's the slow way. That's the slow way. He could speed it up. Because every white man who comes into this area is going to come in here with federal funds. That's our money. That's our money. They're talking about we're going to make a boulevard out of 12th Street with whose money? With our money, they are going to make a boulevard out of 12th Street that they control. And if they do, it ain't here for long. Now, they can make a boulevard out of 12th Street. Let a black corporation control that boulevard, what kind of boulevard it is. And let there be low-cost housing on both sides of the boulevard where we can move back into our own community. Don't build us a Lafayette Plaisance on 12th Street. We don't want townhouses and high-rise apartments. We want houses that we can live in, low-rent apartments that we control, that are put up and erected by a black corporation. That's what we want. We don't want those merchants coming back talking about, ain't we good to you, we came back. No, stay out. We want to build our own shopping centers, strategically located so that no black man has to buy any place but from his own people. I'm talking about first rate. I talked to a company, this is just a white businessman, and they said they'd put $5 million in 3 shopping centers. That's more than the federal government is willing to put in it. They said, all you need is you get $500,000 to buy the land, and we'll put $5 million in to build 3 shopping centers. A white businessman can see farther than our mayor, Kavanaugh, and our Governor Romney. I don't care where we get the money, we're going to get it, and we're going to build it. We're going to build it this year if we can. Next year, the land available will be more. So maybe we'll build it next year. But we're going to build it. We are going to control the business in our community. We are going to control the housing in our community. You know, all these people come out and talk. And I said, all of y'all are talking and making notes. All I want to see is one man, that's a Small Business Administration man from Washington, Mr. Phillips. Make an appointment for me with him. I want to take him to Ed Vaughn, who's head of our Black Star Co-op. You know, they were willing to do everything in the world but bring that man out so he could sit down and talk to him by himself. They said, oh, there's a meeting downtown. Oh, you know, all Uncle Tom's going to meet with him. I said, we don't want to go down there with that kind of meeting. You don't go to a public meeting and ask a man for $5 million. Well, we'll see what we can do. They ain't done nothing. Nothing. They don't understand. But we are going to control our own community. That's what people are fighting for. Everywhere. They got to face it. We want one thing. Get out, let us have it, let us build it the way we want it. And we want the same federal funds, the same federal assistance that everybody else gets in every other community. We're going to organize consumer power. You know, some of these big ones we won't get to right away, like Hudson's and Sears. But they're going to either put all black people in those stores or they got to go. We've got to control. And downtown now is a part of the black ghetto. They have got to hire managers, personnel managers, everything from top to bottom. And for them to sit there and talk about you don't have anybody ready is just a whole lot of tomfoolery. We got people just as ready as they are. We're going to do it. We're going to control our own community. That's just economics. Political power, we want political power. We're going to have it. This city cannot continue to exist with a mayor sitting downtown who doesn't have to talk to us. That's what he thinks. Not once during this whole situation has the mayor contacted anybody who's really representative of black people in this community. He's still talking to the same old functionary Uncle Tom. So we've got to change the whole political structure. We have got to have a ward system where we can elect our council that is responsive to us. And that council can control the budget, which means they can control the police department, which means they can control everything in the city. And you say, well, you might not have, you know, the total majority on it. I don't care. The white man will deal anywhere. His whole life is dealing and trading. If we get 4 men on there and they got 5, they got districts, they still got to deal. And if we get sensible black people on there who are dealing for us, we can get what we want. And we don't care what they get out there, just as long as they don't get more out there than we get in here. Now that's got to be done. Our school system has to come under our control. We've got to have district election of the board because we've got to put men on that board who represent us, who don't represent the newspapers and the television stations and the city hall and the Solidarity House. We've got to have men on the board of education who represent us because we want black teachers, black principals, black administrators throughout inner city schools because they've got to set up a different kind of educational system. They have got to build an educational system that's teaching our black children black history, black culture, that's giving them a sense of pride in being black. We've got to do this. We can no longer leave our black children in the hands of a black enemy to educate. I don't care how nice he talks, how nice he sounds, he's not educating black children. And you don't have to take my word. You say, he's just up there running off. You look at the reports. Your children, I don't care where they go to school, they're 2, 3, or 4 grade levels below a white child in the same grade. Your child brings home an A in the 8th grade, your child ought to probably be in the 4th grade. We can't stand for that. We have got to take over control of the educational system. Those are things we have to do, and we have to do them right away. And that's the meaning of this revolt. That's why people were willing to die. That's why, because they believe so. I'm not saying there weren't some out there just trying to get them a TV. I know that. And some of them who just wanted a TV also wanted freedom, also believed in freedom, also wanted to control their community. But the man won't listen. The man won't talk about it. He won't accept it. I talked with a reporter from New York, and he was giving me an analysis of the thing. He came here to interview, but most white writers, when they come to interview you, they got it all figured out. They just want you to say that's right. So he come out here telling me, you know what, I got a theory. I said, well, what's your theory? He done talked to me for 2 hours. He hadn't heard none of my theory yet, because he always think about his theory. He was in New York when the whole thing broke out, but he's here now. He said the black people rioted because I had conditioned him. He was talking about black people at the end. At first he was kind of afraid to say black, But he's talking about black people revolted because there's a golden door. This is such a beautiful city that you can get away from being a Negro, a black person. You can get away from it. This golden door. And the thing that made black people revolt was that some were getting through the golden door before others. And when they get through the golden door before others, it made the others kind of upset and irritable. They looked there and see these that got through the golden door. I said, you must be some kind of fool. What kind of golden door are you talking about? And you know who he mentioned? Well, let me see. Locke, the flunky for the police department. Locke, I said, he's through the golden door. He said, yeah, I think he got a nice house and a car and everything. He don't have to fight for freedom. I said, his very job is a flunky job. There's no dignity attached to it. It doesn't make any difference what side of this mythical door that you can be on. Whatever side of it you're on, you a nigger on either side of whatever it is. As far as the white man says, there ain't no door. There is no door that stops you from being a nigger in the eyes of the white man. And anybody who thinks that there's some mystical door someplace he's going to go through will find that all he's doing when he goes through the door is going from where he is into Uncle Tom's land. That's the only kind of door there is. You can stop being identified with black people, and you can try to go through some door where the white man is going to accept you as a good old Uncle Tom. And that's the only door there is. There ain't no other golden door. No place. There is no escape for you. And when white people try to tell you that you good niggas can get through this golden door and then you're going to be somebody, and all we have to do is let all these other niggas know that if they act right, that the door, we're going to make the door a little bigger so they can get through. We don't even want that door. Because that's destroying us. We are a nation. We're trying to build a nation. We want to build unity of all black people. So we work together as a unit so that we stand together, we fight together, we die together. That's what we want. And there's no golden door that an individual can slip into the white world. We don't want that door, and if we can find any such door, we'll tear it down.
Will not go better with coke. The revolution will not fight germs that may cause bad breath. The revolution will put you in the driver's seat. The revolution will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised. The revolution will be no
Thank you for joining us for Visions of Our People. We hope that our stories of commitment, perseverance, and triumph have inspired you to follow your vision of creating businesses, institutions, and services that uplift our brothers and sisters, serve our community, and make us great people that our Creator made us to be. We wish you peace and blessings, and we invite you to join us again for Visions of Our People.